Hello everyone, what? It's loud hate in here, sorry about that. I'm gonna turn this down. Is that up, or is that, oh no, that's loud. Okay, I'm gonna turn that, is that quiet? Sorry. Yeah, I'm very sorry, but my capture card screwed up during this episode. It's very finicky. I'm so sorry about that. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong, but in the meantime, I apologize profusely. And I guarantee you, I did more than one episode today, so I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna have to watch. But there's gonna be a lot of out of sync footage and audio. I'm so sorry about that. It'll be fixed next time. Thanks for hanging in. Love you guys. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on the second channel, CrispyBits. It's great to see you guys again today. How you guys doing? I missed you a lot. Hi. Hey, howdy. Last time we had beat downtown Bikini Bottom, and now we are on the beach, the Goo Lagoon Beach, a stinky mud puddle, and under a more stinky mud puddle, as the narrator would say. I am loving picking up this game again. I've been very nostalgic for it recently, and it being on the Switch is just the easiest thing to pick up and grab. Even though the... what is it? The... I love the umbrella there too. That's so fun. Excuse me. The mobile version. There's a mobile version of this game. I covered it on the main channel, and that one's arguably even more easier to pick up and play, but I've always just preferred the more, I don't know, button approach. And I know there's buttons that you can use for your mobile phone, but I don't know, it's just, I like it on the big screen, whatever. Yeah, it's super fun. I'm loving getting back into this game. There we go. And as I was saying last time, I am working on a few projects. Like I said, the Cat Dog episode with the PS1. And I am currently trying to... I never want to step on anyone's feet, right, when making YouTube videos. If there's a YouTube video out there that's already heavily documented, a game, well, what's the point in me making a video unless I find any new information, right? But I really would love to make a video on Spongebob Town, which was a canceled MMO game featuring SpongeBob. It's super interesting, right? But a lot of people have kind of already talked about it, and I've been very much debating whether or not it's something I should tackle, but I really feel like it'd be a fun episode to do, so I'm definitely thinking about it. I'm getting really into lost media as well. Lost media games are just super interesting, games that would have come out and never did. I would love to even, oh man, my dream one of these days is to like contact people in the gaming industry that you know, one that I would really like to I would love to talk to anyone that's worked on the SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh man, what game is it? It's not Happiness Squared. It's Truth or Square. Yeah, the Truth or Square game for the Wii and the Xbox. That game, in all accounts, is pretty average, but there's a lot of mystery behind it. The beta for the game, or like when it was in development, is so weird. It's just the most bizarre game I've ever seen, because there was so much that they added in the beginning stages of that game that just never made it into the final product. And I would love to talk to them and just ask what went wrong with the development, or if anything did go wrong and they decided to go into a new direction. That would just be super fun to talk about, and see why just so much got scrapped from that game. Another thing that is in that game is this, if you boundary break through the wall in SpongeBob's Pineapple, which is kind of the hub, there is some line of code in the background that is just gibberish. Like, no one really knows what it is. And really, the game doesn't have as huge of a cult following as this one, or even the second game, right? So it really seems like no one cares, but I'm just crazy curious about it because I would love to know. So I would love to eventually just, I don't know, I feel like my channel would have to be big for them to even consider doing an interview on my channel, and I'd nonetheless like even figure out how to contact them, right? But I mean, my bud Nolan, Nolan Rogers, I think. Oh man, sorry bud, I'm forgetting your last name. He does interviews with creators of cartoons, which is super cool. I'd love to figure out his magic because, yeah, they're always so eager to hop on his channel. I'm like, dang, man, how are you finding these people? Yeah, so it sounds super interesting to try it and do it with, like, game developers and whatnot. Same with, I would love to try to find out anyone that's worked on the CatDog game and just try, because literally not a whole lot is known about that game. Like I said, would love to try to find out what knowledge is on that game, and if they can bring up any like new information. But again, it's such a like obscure game. It's like very low maintenance on the Lost Media like wiki, that I don't think anyone cares at the moment. But the game would have been 2-player as CatDog, which is super interesting in my opinion, because you'd be connected. Oh, come on. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Oh, there we go. Okay. I gotta hit that. It's rare for me to even mention what's going on in the game. It's just talking about other things that's going on in my Hayden brain. But yeah, that just sounds like such a cool concept. To like, yo, you and a friend are CatDog, but you're connected and you have to work together to get through the level. I mean, that's like some indie stuff nowadays that people would eat up. And it would have been released almost 20 years ago. Crazy! And I don't know, I would love to just find out more about the game. I doubt we're really gonna get that much. Okay, man, Spongebob, love you, bud. But yeah, it's just, I've been looking at it, and the more you look at something that never exists, the more you wish it did exist, you know? Even if it wasn't all that good. Like, take the SpongeBob game that came out on PlayStation 1. I don't really care about that game. But if I never got it, or if it never came out, I would have 100% cared about that game, you know? So it's like, the CatDog game might have not even been good, but you never know until it got released. So that's fun. There's a handful of people that worked on it, to my recollection. I'm pretty sure it must have been from 2 different teams, but it was being developed in the same area as the people that made the golden, what is it? What is it? Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to pause. Hey, sorry, I had to take a text. Completely zoned out. Took a minute, and I lost my train of thought on what we were talking about. I think something about Lost Media. Yeah, just regardless, I just would love to start talking about more Lost Media on the channel. And I'm planning 4 episodes at the moment, and one of those 4 episodes is technically not Lost Media. It's just the beta for SpongeBob SquarePants Happiness Squared, right? So it's a completely different game than so okay. So I'm all over the place, right? Sorry. SpongeBob SquarePants Truth or Square came out on the Wii. It was a very interesting game. but it was originally going to be called SpongeBob SquarePants Happiness Squared. It was it just shifted into a completely different game, or a lot of things changed about it. Yeah. So it's technically not a canceled game. It's just a beta for a game, but it's like Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie was originally going to be like a human kind of guy, not a bear, and I don't know. It was going to be a completely different product. So you can almost call it a different game. You know what I mean? And to the level that it's not as extreme, but I would still like to talk about it. It sounds super fun. I'd be interested in doing a video on it. But yeah, I've just kind of been exploring lost media at the moment. It's super fun. And there's plenty more that I would love to talk about. I'm very excited for the Nickelodeon All-Stars game that's coming out. Nickelodeon All-Stars looks super good. We don't know who the final last few characters are. Ooh, it's never done that before. How interesting is that? And I'm very excited. I really hope that we get Squidward. I'm kind of thinking about doing a predictions on characters and who else we're gonna get, which I think would be fun. But again, I have so limited time. I can't even work on projects like that, unfortunately, until I get more free time. And unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like that's gonna happen anytime soon. That is. So I only get one day off at a time. Nice. There he goes. Got the sock. Nice. So the moment I get some more days off, I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to start working on the channel again. Again, YouTube is just what I really want to be doing in my free time when I'm not with my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend. There we go. Go. Yeah, it's just it's been fun. It's been real enjoyable to just kind of work on projects. That's just what I do from day to day now, is try to enjoy a good old-fashioned project. What I look forward to after work. That's what motivates me to continue doing work. And all the money that's coming in is pretty good too. I'm like I said, I bought a bunch of trading cards from a bunch of different franchises. Like, I never knew that Fire Emblem had some trading cards, and I ordered some, which they're not gonna be here until like a month from now. Damn. Same with SpongeBob. I ordered a bunch of those. I'm entering a bidding war on the Smash Brothers trading card game. It seems very interesting. I'd love to play it, but it's like the bidding war is going over $100 between me and this other guy, and I'm waiting at the last second to try to snipe him. It ends tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to just get them, because I'd love to do a video on it. I find it super interesting. Okay, nice. We did it. All right, I should get a sock now. There it is. Hi, sock. Nice. But yeah, it's getting pretty up there. So I'm hoping to try to get those if possible, but we'll see what happens. I have a bunch of stuff that's coming in the mail at the moment that just hasn't arrived yet. Nice. I'm surprised I had the money for that. So yeah, I'm waiting. I bought some Tiger Electronic toys from way back in the day, and they have yet to shown up, which is, you know, it's completely fine. They can go at their own pace. I also ordered this weird just handheld from China that was like $2, and they're like selling them brand new. I'm like, what kind of handheld do they sell for $2? So I went ahead and bought them, and I'm sure like probably some poor child that's trying to feed his family and is getting like 50 cents an hour is making it. And I'm like, you shouldn't buy this. Bought it regardless. Yeah, woohoo. So yeah, I'm waiting for that to come in as well. And in the meantime, I've also been really getting into Avatar: The Last Airbender. Been enjoying that. Ooh. Let's go ahead and try to, yeah, go up this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Avatar: The Last Airbender also has some games that look very interesting, or even trading cards too. He's got his own trading card line, which I'm like, yo, I want some Avatar: The Last Airbender trading cards. But I'm just looking at everything recently, and I'm like, oh, I can open this on the channel or whatever, and I don't know. I get excited making videos, but really I should just focus on bigger projects. But I never, I don't know, feel the need to work on those bigger projects just because it's, again, I'm busy at the moment. But I digress. Oh, make it in the bots. Thank you. I wasn't paying attention to the camera or anything. We should probably get that last spatula down here. I haven't really been talking about the game that much. I'm very sorry about that. I need to try to at least. Ooh, there we go. I would like to 100% this game if at all possible, but we'll see what happens. I guess what my trailing brain is thinking about is I'm very glad that SpongeBob is getting more recognition recently. Well, I should have just waited. Okay, let's try that again. I think this version they updated it where whenever you throw a new freeze fruit, it'll do that. So we'll see. Man, these load times are just crazy long. Okay, throw this one, go to the other one, throw that. Yeah, maybe it'll reset the timer if I throw that one. I know in the GameCube version, you'd had to wait. Let's see what happens. Alright, toss. Boom. What you got? Yeah, it resets. Alright, that's cool. That's very cool. Thank you, game. Like, it's Patrick's little wiggly arms. But yeah, I'm very excited that SpongeBob's getting more recognition, especially in the game world. I think they're trying to push more Nickelodeon franchises, and with SpongeBob being the face of Nick, they're like, well, yeah, let's make more games of SpongeBob, which is, I mean, that's all I played as a kid were just SpongeBob games. They have my nostalgia right where they wanted it, and I'm freaking into. I love the little yellow square. He's super cool, and you know, the videos that I upload of him do pretty well, surprisingly, which is super cool. I always love that whenever I make a video on SpongeBob, it does decent. And I found a YouTuber recently that I really like. Hopefully I can find his name, but he just kind of does podcasts on SpongeBob, and I don't know, he seemed really cool. I haven't watched too much of his content yet, but he's a super small YouTuber, and I want to watch more of his stuff. Hopefully I can find him and just kind of put him in the description or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's just it's interesting seeing people like that pop up in my feed. Okay, let's boogie. Let's get rid of this little guy up here. Let's see, which one is it? Is it this one? Hello? Weird how they don't even give you the option to use that. It has to be this one. Yeah, weird. That's wild. All right. Could have sworn they did that in the GameCube version, but okay. I don't know. Not to bring up that topic again, but a new SpongeBob game on the 17th being announced. Isn't that cool? I want it now. I want it right now. I don't know. I'm super excited about it, and I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm gonna look back on this episode a year from now, and it's like, oh, it was DLC, or it was nothing. That's what's really gonna disappoint me, because there was a Sandy render in the game that has Ooh, okay. Hi. What happened there? There's a Sandy render in the game that has a new Sandy costume, and everyone's like, whoa, we've never seen Sandy in this karate outfit before. But let the record show that we have seen her in one game, which is Nickelodeon. It's a fighting game. It's a Street Fighter like clone, where she has that costume. So it's not the first time we've seen it, but I seriously doubt that they're gonna port the mobile version to platform. But if they do, I don't know. Watch me be embarrassed. I really hope that's not the case. God, there's so many taxis. Okay. We've done everything that I think we can do. We missed a few spatulas. We'll go back for them. But at the moment, let's just beat the boss fight. If possible, we're gonna go against Sandy. Robo Sandy. The load times just take forever. Oh my god. Load! There you go. Okay, thank you. That's the one thing. That's the one thing the mobile version has on this. Is the load times are a lot faster on the mobile version. You think they'd be a lot slower, but I don't know. It's just bizarre. All right, here we are. We'll sit and we'll watch the thing.
Nerves of steel and muscles of sand.
And eyes of Joey. My Poseidon has been breached by a mighty foe whom you must vanquish.
Bring it on, Your Highness! Bring it on!
In this corner, defending the Poseidon, a small square guy.
Okay, we're hopping in. Sandy. You know, artistically speaking with this game, it's an HD remake, which is super cool. And I do like a lot of the design choices they made with this game, but there are some others that I'm just not as big of a fan of. With the original game, there was a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed about it, and with this game, it does look great artistically, but I don't know. I don't know if I have a hard time enjoying the graphics of the original game or this game. I know a lot of people say the graphics of the original is poopy, but like, look at the shadows in this game, right? They're just all pixelated and weird. And I don't know. There's a handful of like emotions that these characters evoke that I'm just not as big on. Like my biggest complaint about this game, or I guess my biggest like thing that I really liked about the original game, as a crazy example, was the SpongeBob Patrick Robo boss fight. When Squidward and SpongeBob get frozen by Patrick, they just have this horrific look on their face. And in this version, it's just a normal model, you know? And I'm like, really? You couldn't have taken your time to, like, draw this really grotesque version of SpongeBob and Patrick? I don't know. There's just some artistic choices that I appreciate a lot more in the original. And there's some things that they didn't do in this game that I'm also just like, why didn't you? Like, man, what? Patrick's got some sort of musical instrument inside his rock, and when you hit it, it makes a little song. But inside of this version, it's not even in here, and it's like, what? Why? Why isn't it in here? And they don't like. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that they left out in this game. They added a bunch of stuff, which I can super appreciate, but there's some other stuff that they took out that I'm not as happy with, I suppose. So, I don't know. Purple Lamp, you did a fantastic port on this game. I'm super happy to have it. It, in a lot of ways, does look beautiful. But, I don't know. There's some things that I'm just like, I wish you would have worked a little harder on this, you know? Especially with this boss fight, too. I don't know. There's, like, when she exposes her springs or her,
Like a spring breeze.
yeah, those, I feel like I get hit every single time. And in the GameCube version, I never felt like I feel like I could avoid them all the time. And sure, you can say get good, but I don't know. I just don't think it's as responsive as it was. I don't know. And same with like when you attack her in some situations, it just looks like it takes a delay, and then she's like, "Oh, I got attacked. That's right," and then she'll like come back. Like, watch. A little delay to that, right? And then hit her. Oh well. All right. Well, let's show the cutscene, anyways. Fast boss fight. I remember as a kid, those that boss fight took forever.
Like a spring breeze.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Get a little gift card too. I love all the people dancing with the neon glow sticks in the background. Nice. Got that spat. Look at my friend's dead body. Woo! Robo friend's dead body. Woo! Promise myself I wouldn't cry. Cry all you want, but not here. We just mop the floors. Wax the floors. He says wax. That's right. And then pauses on him for way too long. We're just about to wrap up this episode. Let's go ahead and go inside of Sandy's tree dome and see if we can get the spatula inside there. There's no sock in Sandy's tree dome. I don't think so. But I think I just got the bubble bowl, which is super cool. If it would load. There we go. Let's skip all that. Yeah, skip it all. Skip it all. Perfect. Wah! Yahoo! Yeah, go inside of Sandy's tree dome and get that spatula real fast. It's little areas like this where I forget that there's only like 9 levels inside the game. I don't know, because it feels like there's a lot going on in this game, and then we have all these like smaller levels, and there's not a whole lot going on. They're like, oh, only 9 levels. That feels like such a short amount of time, but who knows? If they do DLC, I hope they add the Squidward boss fight. My theory with that, the Squidward boss fight, I do think they had intended on putting it inside the game, and they attached it to the multiplayer, right? And the multiplayer, I love the game, and I love what they made, but I can't help but think I'm a little disappointed from the multiplayer. I love that you can play as all these other characters, like Mr. Krabs and Squidward and Gary. I was super excited to see Gary. But I don't know, that when they promised that the Ice Cream Dream would come back and the Squidward boss fight and all this stuff that was missing from the original game, and then it just came back in the multiplayer, kind of half-hearted. My theory is I think they wanted to, and I think COVID just made them like, nah, we can't, there's no way, because I mean, we're all at home at the moment, and then they had to make this last minute thing, and then they made the boss fight. But that's what I'm kind of hoping, that if it's DLC, we'll get all those stuff that they had promised initially, that they couldn't really add. Or at least just a new game. I'll be completely fine with that as well. I love the game in its current state too, so I'm not super disappointed, but I guess I was expecting a little bit more when the game was being promised all this new extra stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then we just got the multiplayer. What it's fine. I don't hate the multiplayer. What's up, Patrick? Love him. Love him. This door is huge. Has it always been this big? Dang, that is a big door. That is a huge door. Wild. I almost wonder if they like made the outside a little bigger. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. But I think this is a perfect place to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really enjoyed your company, and I will see you guys in another episode. Goodbye.